today. News with Gary Liberatore.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you for joining us here on this Sunday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore in for Katrina. Meteorologist James DeFazio joining us now from the Weather Center. And James, the big question this morning, will our damp weekend that we saw yesterday continue today?
For the first half.
Oh,
yes,
good.
The first half of the day still looks nasty, gloomy, really just miserable out there. But things really improve into the afternoon, and then it only continues to improve as we head into the work week. We really start a really nice stretch of weather. It's been showering on and off overnight across central New York. It's currently relatively dry across downtown Utica. Quite a bit of overcast skies in the distance as there are many showers. Still showering up north, however, despite the higher elevations, still not really seeing any reports of snow accumulation yet, even up in the village of Old Forge or amongst the Tug Hill. But snowflakes are falling across northern Herkimer County and the Tug Hill Plateau. We may see some snowflakes mixed in with the rainfall across central New York, and these wraparound showers are going to continue through midday today. 42 and cloudy in Rome, 16-mile-per-hour breeze. The breeze is going to stay up for the first half of the day between 15 to 20 miles per hour. A big spread in temperature causing that variance in precipitation. We're near the freezing mark up near in the North Country. We're closer to the 40-degree mark along the I-90 corridor. Today, we slowly warm up. It takes a while, and by midday, we're still in the low 40s. But look what happens as we head into the second half of the afternoon and the early evening. Sun breaks out, and the temperatures rise almost a full 10 degrees in just a couple of hours. Coming up, we'll take a look at what's ahead at the week to come and how warm we're going to get Monday and Tuesday. Gary?
James, thanks. State police are continuing.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday morning. Some really nasty showery weather has settled into central New York and has been around for the majority of the weekend. And we've been seeing showers in the 30s, which has allowed for snow to mix with rain at times and really uncomfortable conditions, even windy conditions mixed in with those cold temperatures. Take a look at downtown Utica, where they've avoided some of the showers in the most recent hours. They saw some showers overnight last night, but it's currently dry in downtown Utica. But you can see the overcast skies in the distance. Showers are still around. We are still dealing with that area of low pressure spinning moisture in our direction. Old Forge, snowflakes falling down. However, as you can see on the grass and on the mulch there, nothing has accumulated yet. As far as I know, I can't find a camera anywhere on the Tug Hill showing any snow on the ground. So that's encouraging that we haven't had any accumulation this morning. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, a couple of different colors here showing up. The snow across the highest elevations of northern Herkimer County, as well as Tug Hill Plateau. The rest of the showers coming down as rain. Some of the showers in the Mohawk Valley are mixing with rain and snow, but at temperatures well above freezing. And these showers are going to continue through midday today as this area of low pressure continues to work out of our area and slide east. It's 42 up in Rome, cloudy skies, 16-mile-per-hour breeze, which is about where the wind will be for the majority of the day today. The wind begins to die down right around sunset tonight. Showers continue through midday, decreasing clouds for the second half of the afternoon with much warmer temperatures, and storms are possible Tuesday afternoon and evening, and we're going to be tracking the severe parameters as we approach Tuesday very closely. Here's that area of low pressure still off to the east. It slides off to the east throughout the morning, and it dries us out. High pressure works in from the west. It brings in much warmer air for Monday as well as for Tuesday as a ridge builds in. This wraparound moisture is being thrown in our direction from this counterclockwise flow, being enhanced by Lake Ontario. Things are going to begin to come to an end. The low continues to spin just to the north of the New York-Canadian border. The pollen's still really bad out there, very, very high pollen index, high values through today, Monday, and Tuesday. I know I woke up with a little bit of a tickle today. I probably sound a little hoarse. Those scattered showers through midday today. Cloudy skies in the middle of the afternoon, but watch what happens as we head towards the evening hours. The clouds fall apart. We actually warm right up into the low 50s. We clear out overnight, and it stays clear into the day on Monday. Monday looks fantastic, mostly sunny skies. We warm up all the way into the mid to upper 60s. Tuesday, we're tracking the chance for those storms in the afternoon and evening, and they have the chance to be a bit strong or severe. And we're going to warm all the way up into the mid 70s. Let's take a look at this trivia question, which these are things that I don't know the answer to that I'm curious about. And this is disputed, but it is, yes, from what I know, it would be B. Reforms led to a change in 1276. In 1276, there is some dispute. Some people say it happened in 1268. Some people say it happened in 1271. But this specific papal election was the first time that the cardinals were solely the ones that did the election, and they actually secluded themselves. So that was the first time that the modern conclave was held.
Well, I was going to go with A, so I would have been wrong. James, thanks. More than a dozen people were killed in Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for this half hour of Weekend Today. I'm Gary Liberatore in for Katrina, and we want to get you right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist James DeFazio. And James, what a damp, chilly, late April morning out there again.
We're tracking some dreary weather this morning for sure. It's not very nice out there, to put it nice. That's putting it nicely. But things are going to improve as the day progresses today, and they're only going to further improve as we head into next week. It is dry in downtown Utica. I don't believe we're done with showers just yet in the central New York and Utica region. We're going to continue to see, actually, as you can see right here on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, we have a shower that's going to be working into the Utica area over the next half hour or so. We're going to continue to see these wraparound showers through midday today before an area of low pressure further moves off to the east and these showers completely work out of the region. Snow continuing to mix in at times in the highest of elevations. 42 degrees and cloudy up in Rome, 16-mile-per-hour breeze out of the west-northwest. That breeze is going to stay up through the day today, about 15-mile-per-hour breeze expected through about sunset, and then it really begins to die down. Temperatures beginning to rise, but still low 30s in the higher elevations, but in the Mohawk Valley, we're in the upper 30s to low 40s, which is why we're seeing exclusively plain rain. We have a big change today in the middle of the day. Cloud cover decreases this afternoon, and temperatures rise drastically after that low pressure system exits to the east. Sun comes out shortly before sunset, and we rise up into the upper 50s. The rain and snow mix becomes all rain by midday, and by the evening hours, we're actually over to mostly sunny skies. Coming up, we'll take a look at the week ahead, as well as what is to come for Tuesday. Gary?
James, thanks. Well, after the Mass for Pope Francis.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday morning. Some chilly, showery weather across Central New York to start the day today, and it's continuing through midday and for the entirety of our morning hours before things improve later this afternoon. Take a look at downtown Utica, where just a little while ago things were dry, but now the roads are starting to turn wet. Showers are returning to Utica, as well as the most of central and eastern Oneida County and southern Oneida County, and these showers are going to work their way into Mohawk Valley as well. On your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, these showers continue to wrap around as this area of low pressure is tracking off to the east, well to the north of the well, to the north of the viewing area. These wraparound showers will continue to work through Oneida County, Herkimer County, and slide eastward as the morning progresses. But unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with some wet weather for at least a few more hours and until through the first few hours of the afternoon today. 42 degrees and cloudy skies in Rome right now. West-northwest wind at 16 miles per hour. We're expecting a 15-mile-per-hour breeze to persist through the day today. Showers continue through about midday today, decreasing clouds for the second half of the afternoon today with much warmer temperatures. Temperatures stable and then really rise later this afternoon. And then we're tracking the chance for storms Tuesday afternoon and evening, and the chance exists for some of them to potentially be quite strong. So we're going to be keeping an eye on those severe parameters. I get radar and satellite pictures showing those wraparound showers continuing to swing in from the north and from the west. As that low continues to track to the east, these will slowly slide on out of the region. High pressure is going to push this low off of the coast, and it's also going to usher in much warmer air for our Monday and for our Tuesday. As this ridge further builds, we have to keep an eye out because we're going to have a nice warm, moist air mass on Tuesday ahead of a cold front. We're going to be tracking the chance for a couple rounds of showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday. Stick with us as we monitor those risks, as we continue to further monitor that risk for severe weather. Showers vastly decreased this afternoon. Clouds vastly decreased this evening. We actually cracked the 50-degree mark for a while. It stays clear overnight tonight. It stays clear into the day tomorrow. A mostly sunny day on Monday with highs all the way up into the upper 60s. A beautiful start to the work week. Your 7-day forecast, again, keep an eye back with us, check back with us. We're tracking the severe parameters for Tuesday afternoon and evening. We climb into the mid-70s. Pleasant weather for Wednesday and Thursday. Highs into the mid-50s and low 60s. Wet weather returns on Friday, but with warmer temperatures, mid-60s. Gary, do you happen to have a guess on this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with C.
You're correct. I didn't know the answer. I wanted to look this up yesterday because I was curious. So I found out that the black smoke is used producing a mix of potassium perchlorate, anthracene, which is a mix of coal and tar, and sulfur. The white smoke, and this is what I really found interesting, it's potassium chlorate, that's not interesting, lactose, a milk product.
Oh my.
And a milk product, and then to add, in addition to that, chloroform resin. Not what you would expect to make those colors, but interesting.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Very. James, thanks. Stay with us. More news is up next.
A little bit like fall today, but a change is on the horizon, and a big one is in the Weather Center tracking that for us. And the big thing we are talking about, we are keeping a very, 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 very close eye on Tuesday.
Absolutely. Tuesday afternoon and evening, we've upgraded it to an aware day. It's not an alert day yet. That doesn't mean it will not become one, but this is because we are anticipating strong thunderstorms to be around the central New York area. A strong cold front is going to pass through not all of New York State, but central New York as well, and while it passes through, we're going to experience heavy rain, strong winds. There's going to be areas of hail, widespread thunder and lightning is possible, and even an isolated tornado or two. So we will be watching this very diligently and talking more about that in detail when we get into full weather coming up. Downtown Utica, we finally got into some dry, calm weather today after such a showery weekend. We finally have a dry, calm Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 radar. 45 degrees and clear skies. Clear skies continue tonight. It's going to be a chilly start to the day, but it doesn't stay chilly. We get warm all the way up into the upper 60s with widespread sunshine coming up. We'll take a look at that severe chances for Tuesday. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. The rain was no match for the
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Sunday evening. It took all of Sunday, but Right before sunset, for the last couple hours of our evening, we were treated to some pleasant weather. And it was the only pleasant weather we saw all weekend. It was a very wet, dreary weekend. But things are about to change for the better and for the severe as we head into Tuesday. Let's get into the details. Downtown Utica, clear skies, going to be a clear night. No clouds out there tonight, which is going to allow temperatures to free fall tonight. Going to be a chilly night ahead of a very warm day tomorrow. It's going to just be a chilly start to the day. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is dry and quiet, which I believe this is the only time it's looked like this in the last 3 days, which is fantastic. Finally get a chance to dry out. This area of low pressure still off to the east, spinning moisture over New England, and that is what was responsible for all of our showery weather this weekend, and especially those rain, snow mixed showers as well. 45 degrees, clear skies. Lows tonight are going to be in the upper 30s by tomorrow morning. Calm winds. Winds have finally died down now. With those clear skies, the temperatures really do bottom out. But fortunately, even though we're starting the day off really chilly, we warm up very, very quickly. By the middle of the day, we're into the 50s. We warm up into the upper 60s. Highs are going to be around 68 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Big thing to make you aware of. An aware day, not an alert day yet, but an aware day, Tuesday evening. I'm going to step off to the side so you can fully read this. Strong cold front is going to move through over central New York, and we're expecting heavy rain, strong winds, hail, thunder, lightning, and even isolated tornadoes to be around the central New York area. We're going to be tracking these severe parameters very closely as we get closer to this event. We're going to be getting a lot more higher resolution data over the next 24 hours. Stick with us. We're going to continue to keep you updated. If anything becomes immediately dangerous, we'll obviously be cutting in imminently. Taking a look at the bigger picture here, we got 2 waves to worry about. The first wave comes through between 3 and 5 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. The second wave comes through between 9 and 11 p.m. Tuesday evening. Then things really calm down and calmer, drier weather settles in for Wednesday. On your Skycast as we headed towards Tuesday, we're looking at primarily calm conditions all the way up until that front arrives on Tuesday. Again, that round between 3 and 5, that second round between 9 and 11 p.m., and then calm, dry weather for Wednesday. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, your aware day in for that severe weather threat on Tuesday. We're much improved weather Wednesday and Thursday, drier with sunshine, mid-50s Wednesday, low 60s Tuesday, wet weather expected Friday with upper 60s, calm and dry on the second half of the weekend.